guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Maria here, and we're back with another video. As you read in the title, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 tips on how to plan for a trip. It could be either by air, by road trip. It's just very useful things that I believe people should know. These are things that I always do before I go on a trip, and it's helped me in the past, and it's gonna be helping me in the future. So I'm gonna be sharing that with you guys, and I hope you like it, I hope you use it, I hope you enjoy it. So if you want to see my 5 tips on how to plan for a trip, please keep watching. Alright, tip number 1 is a really simple thing, and it's called Google Flights. A lot of people probably know about this, a lot of people probably don't know about this, but Google Flights is the only thing that I use pretty much whenever I'm planning a trip, and how I buy all my plane tickets. Pretty much buy them through the airline website itself, but you're not booking them through a second party website. And it always gives you the lowest prices from your airlines. You can choose what airlines you want to travel with, what airlines you don't want to travel with. It tells you all the information like how much is the fees for luggage, for carry-ons, and all that, and I feel like all of that is very important. It gives you where your layover is going to be, and like the travel time, how long is the layover. It just gives you everything. You look at the calendar and it shows you how much are the prices for like literally up to a year in advance. And you can pretty much play around with it and see which like price is more comfortable for you. I'm gonna go to Google Flights. Spell that wrong, of course. Scroll down and then flights from Las Vegas, because that's where I live, obviously. And let's say I want to go to New York. So you put all airports, because you can, you know, go to JFK, LaGuardia, Newark. So I don't know which day I want to travel, which time of the year. Let's just see when they have the lowest prices. So we're gonna click on the date, and then it pretty much shows you. As you can see, it like starts changing the prices around. Like if I wanted to go from July 5th to July 9th, the price would be around $258. But let's say I don't want to pay that. I'm so poor and I want less. So right now it's showing me that if I go in September, it could be around $132. So let's click from September 7th to September 10th. 4 days in New York, not bad. We click done, and then you scroll down and there's a flight for Spirit, and then it's $132 round trip. So you leave at 9 a.m., you get there at 8:59 p.m. It has 2 layovers, and then you click your return flight, which leaves from 9:57 a.m. to 4:10. You get back to Las Vegas. It has 2 stops, and it's only for $132. And yeah, so that's my trip. That's pretty much how I always plan all my trips with Google Flights. And you know, sometimes you can even put if you don't want to have a layover, if you don't care about layovers, you can have layovers. It all depends on what you're more comfortable with, but it shows you literally everything. Like you saw a price from $258 to $132. But you know, if there is a specific time of the year where you want to travel, one thing I suggest is always be looking. So tip number 2 is literally something that's right on your phone, with whether you have an iPhone, you have an Android, and it's literally using the maps. I always use the Maps app. Like I'm constantly on it, especially if I'm planning on going on a road trip. Since I live in Las Vegas, I do have a lot of surrounding states that I can go to by car. I necessarily don't always have to go on a plane. I love going on road trips, and whenever I'm in the mood for one, I can just open up my Maps app and just look to see what's around, where I want to go to, where I haven't gone to that I want to go to next, and I just love it. I'm going to show you guys how I use it. So I have my Maps app open right here, and you can see my location in Las Vegas. And you can see that around I have California, Utah, Arizona, you know, Colorado, it's like pretty close, New Mexico, and let's see where I want to go to. So next week I'm actually going to Salt Lake City. I'm super excited, it's my first time there. So you put Salt Lake City, click on directions, and it shows you how long to get to Salt Lake City. It's 5 hours and 51 minutes. And it's actually at this time right now, because it shows you on your like current time, And so especially if let's say I'm leaving like at 5 in the morning, it's probably gonna be a little less because there's gonna be less traffic. But whenever it gives you the time, it's giving you the time as if you're going right now. So, you know, right now it's 5 in the afternoon, so there's probably traffic. So if I do go at like 5 in the morning, it's gonna be less time. So you can kind of see around how long it will take you. Another thing also that I like about the maps is you can, you know, it always shows you the fastest route, and you can kind of see by where you're gonna be going, and you can pretty much, like, if you like to stop somewhere, if there's certain areas where maybe there's a hiking trail that you want to take, maybe there's like a special diner in like a small town, or like an Instagrammable place where you just want to take some pictures, you can see that it's on the way and you're able to take some pictures, and you won't make your trip just getting to the destination, but also, you know, making it more enjoyable and seeing other things as well. Another thing that I love about the Maps app is that you can see also what's going to be around the destination that you're going to. And if you're very spontaneous like me, you can, like my mind right now would be, I'm in Salt Lake City. Oh, Wyoming is closed. Idaho is closed. I've never been to Wyoming or Idaho. Maybe I want to go. So what you would do pretty much, you'll kind of see what's the nearest town to the border. And it looks like Evanston is like the closest town getting into Wyoming. So what I would do is you click Salt Lake City, directions. Then you click where it says from my location. We're gonna switch these and we're gonna put Evanston, Wyoming, and put route. And then it shows you that it's literally an hour and a half to get to that town. And hey, why not? You know, I've never been to Wyoming. I want to see what's there and, you know, cross off another state out of my list. So that's why I love the Maps app. It just shows you everything, what's going on to plan out your perfect road trip. Tip number 3 is how to choose what area to stay in wherever you're gonna go. I wouldn't want to get a hotel in an area where it's dangerous, an area where there's pretty much nothing to do and it's far from all the activities, all the tourist attraction sites. Do your research on where you're gonna go. If you already booked your hotel, make sure it's near areas where there's a lot of activities, or pretty much just always plan first what activities you're gonna do. And pretty much, again, using the Maps app, going back to the second tip, you can see where everything is located, and right there you can plan ahead and see where it would be best to get a hotel. You know, I just literally Googled what are the bad areas and where should I not stay or where I should stay. There's websites that give you lists, and pretty much you can kind of see by where you should be staying. You know, it's a pretty obvious thing, but not a lot of people think about it. They just think like, okay, I'm getting a hotel right next to the airport because it's easy. You know, whenever I want to return my rental car, it's right there, everything is right there. But it could be a bad area. You know, you don't want to risk anything, especially in a place where you don't know anybody. So definitely always do your research when it comes to where you're going to be staying. Tip number 4, and this is something that maybe not a lot of people think of it, but it's something that you should think when you're planning a trip, or you're thinking of going to a specific area but you haven't really like bought like your plane ticket or anything like that yet. And it's pretty much searching like the cost of living. It's, you know, a lot of places are like beautiful and fancy, but they can be very, very expensive when it comes to food and hotels, and you just never know because you don't do some like research like that. Like places like in Asia where you can go, like if you go to Indonesia, if you go to Singapore, you know, they're all beautiful places, but you can get meals, like you can get like a full course meal for like $5-10, whereas if you go to places like Switzerland or Iceland, it's like you can get a sandwich, it costs you like $20-something. And that's a lot of things that people, it shocks them once they get there and they're like, oh my god, this place is so expensive. But you know, it's really, really important to do your research before you go to the actual place, so then you're not like shocked once you get there and then you have to spend all this money when you literally could have gone someplace else where, you know, you pay the amount to get to the place, but once you're there it's not so expensive and you're getting a lot worth for your money. Tip number 5, which is literally my favorite, is using the Instagram location or the place. I don't know what it's called. So pretty much when you're on your Instagram and you're like searching for like somebody or some place, yeah, Instagram place. That is my favorite thing when it comes to planning what I want to do in this area that I'm at. So I'm gonna take you guys to my search and we're gonna put Salt Lake City. We're gonna go to places. Now, like I told you before, I'm planning on going to Salt Lake City next week. So this is exactly what I've been doing to plan my trip. So we're gonna click on the first one that says Salt Lake City, Utah. And all I really do is, it's so basic, but I feel like a lot of people don't do this. You're just gonna scroll down and look at pictures. You're gonna look at where people are taking pictures at. They could be like a pretty location, it could be a restaurant, it could be like a walk down the street and like, hey, that's a pretty street, I wanna go to that street. So I literally just scroll down, and whenever I see like a pretty picture, like let's see, like, hey, I like this picture, where is that? Oh, it's the Capitol building. I wanna go to the Capitol building. So I click on Capitol building and it shows me all the specific pictures that were taken at the Capitol building, because you know Salt Lake City is the capital of Utah. So I'm super excited to go there. Another really good example is right here. We have a picture of, oh, the location is not tagged, but I know exactly what this is. This is East High School, which is, if you guys know High School Musical, it's the school where they filmed High School Musical. And you know, right there you have something to do. You can go to the high school, you can check it out, you can go inside, see Sharpay's locker, see the cafeteria, and you know, you're planning your trip based literally on Instagram and on pictures that you're seeing. We have another example right here. So there's this picture of people hiking or running, and they have tagged Mildy North Fork Trailhead. So we're gonna click on that. And literally, like, it's showing you the pictures of this beautiful trailhead, nature walk, and you can look at all the pictures that people are posting, and you know, now it's like another thing that you have on your list of things to do. And I think I follow this person by accident. Oops. And right here, you know, we have Sharpay's locker. Oh, right here they tagged it, you know, East High, Salt Lake City, Utah. You can click on that, and you know, it's showing you all the pictures of everybody that's been to the school, and you know, gives you ideas of poses, and then you know, where to go, what exactly to see to make sure you didn't miss anything. But yeah, I just love it because it helps me always find locations. If you want to look for cute Instagrammable like brunch spots where everybody's taking pictures, you can also find things like bloggers that live in that city. You can find them on Instagram and go through their pictures to see where they're eating, where they're taking pictures, where they're hanging out, and that can give you ideas of things to do. So I think it's a really useful tool to use whenever you are planning your trip. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know some of these tips were pretty basic, but they're very useful. A lot of people probably haven't thought of it. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't followed me, please follow me on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And you know, share with all your friends and subscribe, and you know, everything that there is to do. Just turn on your post notifications, the whole thing. So thank you guys again. Bye.